Hi, welcome to the Blockchain and Technology Startup Law Show. I'm your host, Anki Kwan. This is a show where we discuss legal issues faced by blockchain and technology startups. In this episode, we're going to review the definition of a security and give you some examples to help you think about whether your blockchain tokens are securities. If you're a blockchain company, it's likely that you thought about selling your blockchain tokens to raise some money for your company. Before you embark on such a sale, it's important for you to determine whether your blockchain tokens are securities. If they are, you have to comply with relevant securities laws. The SEC has determined that certain blockchain tokens are securities using the Howey test. Under Howey, a blockchain token is a security if the buyer buys that token and expects you to make them a profit. Here are some examples. If you're old enough to have gone to an arcade, you know that the first thing that you do is you exchange your dollars for tokens, and those tokens allow you to use the machines at the arcade and play games. You can't just stick your dollars or quarters into the machine and expect it to work, because those machines only take tokens. So-called utility tokens work the same way. You exchange some sort of currency for these tokens so that you can purchase products or services from that company that's issuing those tokens. If this is how you're selling your token and how the buyer expects to use your tokens, then it's likely you're not selling a security. But let's say that the owner of the arcade is short on cash and he or she needs to raise money in order to keep their arcade alive. So instead of selling you tokens to use right away, the arcade owner approaches you and says, I'm going to sell you these tokens today at a low price, but I'm going to make the best arcade in the world. And when I'm done doing that, you can turn around and sell your tokens to someone else, and you're going to make some money off of that. If that's the case, then it's likely that the sale of that token is a sale of a security, because the circumstances under which those tokens are sold is different than the circumstances under which they're sold in the first instance, where you're expecting to use the tokens to play games. Here you're expecting to buy the tokens so that you can make a profit. In a real life example, a company called Munchie created some utility tokens that were meant to be used to order food from their website and for restaurants to buy advertising from their site. Even though this token had some utility, Munchie didn't market their tokens to anyone who would have been interested in purchasing the tokens for this purpose. Instead, they targeted their marketing to people looking to make a profit, and they emphasized what they would do in order to make this happen. This included onboarding people onto their site who would write reviews, order food, and buy advertising. They even described how they would make these tokens more rare by taking some out of circulation, thus also increasing the value of the token. Based on these circumstances, the SEC found that Munchie was selling tokens in violation of the securities laws because they didn't register their sale or find an exemption to registration. So they stopped them from selling their tokens. In order to avoid being the next Munchie, you have to analyze whether your tokens are securities before you embark on such a sale. The SEC has ramped up its enforcement efforts by creating a task force to go after violators that are selling tokens that are actually securities without complying with securities laws. The states have done the same by coordinating a crypto sweep amongst themselves to target violations of state securities laws. So it's crucial that you understand what a security is and analyze whether your token is a security before you offer your token to anyone. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please share it with someone else who you may think could use this information. If you have any questions, leave us a comment below. We're also available for a strategy session if you want to discuss these issues in more detail. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.